Hey everyone, Brimstone here. This isn't so much as an update, this is so much a discussion, I guess you could say, or a blog. Mainly, I'm putting this up to respond to some of the comments I've been seeing and some of the situations that's been going on here. First off, I've noticed that SL, aka Frank, has recently posted a video which was very similar to what I had said, and Frank quite understandably, it's called Where's Balls as everyone. And yeah, I've looked at it and whatnot, and I've actually been looking at some of the comments that have been said and other things, and one of the things that kind of got me is I'm actually surprised about the support that I've actually got from this. I've gotten some thanks and for what I do, and I appreciate that. I kind of was surprised about that. It really caught me off guard, and I wanted to say thanks to those who had said, who liked my stuff and said that. You know, to answer, I try to just contribute because this is supposed to be a group, and you know, if you like what I do, well, that's a bonus to me. Well, then again, it means I get to keep my job. Well, this could be considered a job. To me, it's something I want to do, and it's a hobby. Now, I've noticed some of the other stuff that's been said too. And I'm just going to say a direct quote here. This is from Unstable Ninja. And it says, "Judging by how many times that you have to that you had to publicly call out people to upload, I think the channel is pretty much dead. Brimstone updates, but if he is the only one who can/will, then he might as well just do it on his own channel." Now, that brings up an interesting discussion that me and SL had a while back. He hinted to this discussion in the last video he did that actually had audio. I think it was either on this channel or was on his own channel. And pretty much it was the same thing, trying to call people to update videos. And he didn't say exactly what was said on the conversation. And I figured it might as well finally say what was mentioned. The gist of it was I had mentioned that I was a little bit frustrated, to be honest. I mean, no offense to people, I understand schedule or not, but general frustration that I was the only one that was really posting. You know, that I was literally keeping this channel alive, and you know, it felt like I was working on two channels. You know, I had my own channel, which I haven't updated in a while now, and this channel, and to be honest, I have some major projects I want to do on my end, and some of it is laziness because, well, I have to do some recording, actual video recording, not just video game. I mean, actual take a camera and record some stuff for said project. But you know, I have to split my focus between the two things, and I basically told SL, because the whole gist of the OGS was update every once a week or whatnot, because you have so many people uploading, or that's how it's supposed to be. You know, you would have a bunch of videos on OGS no matter what, just by uploading once a week. That was understandable to me that, you know, I could do that. But I'm the only one that's uploading here, and I had told him that if this keeps up, no one's going to upload after I do Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Shantae, which were the two games I had said I was going to do on the chat, and I'm going to honor my obligations and honor my word. After I do those two videos, if no one was uploading, I was gone. I was going to leave OGS. And I kind of want to say that up here because maybe that's the only way we might get some... I hate to say it, but in natural human reaction, you tend to get complacent about things, and you really don't take things seriously until it's gone. And I'm saying this from personal experience, that you tend to take things for granted But as soon as it's gone, you realize the value of what you had and you want it back. And a lot of times you don't get it. So perhaps saying this right now, that as soon as I finish my videos, no one's uploading on a regular basis, I'm leaving. Maybe that's what needs to be said. And I'm sticking by that. That's why I'm saying it right here, right now. So, and if I do leave, well, I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me here. And I thank the, other people that post here, SL. I met a lot of good people here. But, I will continue to focus on my main channel. Again, if I do leave. If the situation comes up where no one's uploading and I have to go. And I'm looking at, why people can't upload. Some of them I can understand. Work, school, okay. Thing is, I work for a living too. I work 40 plus hours a week, and it ain't like a desk job. I work physical labor, physical and mental labor. Not only do I have to build cabinets, I have to run a machine that builds them. And if I fuck up, I could ruin the material, or I could hurt someone, because it's a machine that cuts and drills holes and moves fat. You can get hurt using this thing. So I have to use both my mental and my physical capabilities. And it's hard to find time to do videos. And yet I still do it. So while I can empathize with people that say they have school or whatnot, I cannot sympathize, because if I can do what I do and still post videos, really, what's your excuse? Sorry if you guys can probably hear a little bit of emotion in my voice, which I'm kind of surprised that this is coming out right now. I don't know where this is going. Well, I'll just run with it. So right now, it's real. Anything that I say at this point, this ain't scripted. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. But some of the excuses. Oh, the funniest one, and no offense, Zentyret. I believe I pronounced it right this time. The excuse of being crazy. I'm crazy. I wouldn't be doing these videos if I wasn't crazy. I thought that was part of the trade. I thought to be an LPer, you had to be insane. I honestly thought that was part of the job description. Are you insane? Yes. Okay, you're in. Because seriously, who can come up with these crazy stuff and decide to play video games for the internet and show all your failures and comment, which make you look like a total idiot if you seriously doing this stuff? If you're not confident, or at least, decide to go balls out in this sort of stuff, you can look like a total idiot, and this could really hurt. You're putting yourself out there with a bunch of people on the internet. There's a lot of people on the net right now, and you're putting yourself out there, and you gotta hand it to these guys that can do this and not care. And I figured they all have to be a little bit insane, so I thought that was part of the job territory, but I'm assuming you mean emotional insanity, trauma, stuff like that, something going on, maybe problems with the family. That I understand, because we all go through that. I've gone through that. I've lost a grandfather and a sister to cancer, so I can totally understand that sort of crap, I miss them sometimes. My grandmother, well, she lived to be a ripe old age, but it literally. Oh, my grandmother! I could tell some stories about her. She refused to die. She refused to quit, even though everyone told. I mean, I don't know how many times she's been in the hospital, and the doctor said she had like 24 hours to live. At one point, my parents, my family would laugh, and the doctor would say, "Why do you laugh?" It's like, you don't know how many times we heard that, and she's just popped right back up. We'll call it when we see it. Eventually she passed on, but she passed on her own terms. Anyway, sorry, getting kind of down there. Might just edit that one out, but I don't know. But that was the main gist I wanted to say. Now, The other one, not knowing what game they want to play. I've heard this one a few times, and not just from one person. I've heard this from several people. They have trouble finding games to play. I never had that trouble, I'll be honest. Usually I find a game's like, okay, I'll play this and play on the internet. You know, there's a lot of things I want to play. You know, I really don't find difficulty in finding games to play. I can't really say anything about that because I've never went through that situation before. So, I don't know what to do on that one. You know, it's tough luck. Sounds like a personal problem. Not to be mean, but, you know, that literally sounds like it's a personal situation. You know, either a person can find, have it tough finding games, and some people find it easy. I don't know, maybe it's just how it is. I also wanted to comment on a comment that was posted, not on this, but this was on a video that was done a long time ago. This was on Castlevania, the original Castlevania. One of the former members, who's no longer part of the group, he left to go, move on his own. Comment that the quality was a lot different, i.e., I believe poorer was, well, it's a nice way of saying it, compared to, and the person compared it actually to one of my videos, which was East for the TurboGrafx 16. The thing is, again, it's the style, to be honest. Some people like to play games blind. Either, I think that game was blind, or it was just played because it was something that was played in the past. I tend to do research on my games, mainly because I like, on some games, I really like the story behind it. And East 1 and 2, or the East series in general, was a game series that I got in late, but I really love the series in general, and I tend to try to find out a lot about the information. And that was, I find that's kind of a gimmick for me, that I try to do research on my game history or references, and I try to put that out there, you know, kind of a Mr. Wizard for the gaming world. I'm not the only one that does this, but I tend to be the only person in this group that does it, so, you know, like I said, also, that was one of the first videos, so you can't totally blame the guy, you know, don't totally harp on the guy. I mean, look at some of the first videos I've done. You know, look at my Jurassic Park, The Chaos Continues, or if you want an earlier one than that, look at Blaster Master on my main channel. Yeah, I was not, you know, I was not sharp back then. You know, I was still learning the craft. Still am learning the craft, actually. You know, we'll learn something a little bit new, you know, learn something new every day. You know, always in the process of that. Helps keep things fresh. But, to answer the last part of it is, if we ever do a Castlevania, or go back to Castlevania and delete that, I don't think anyone on this channel is going to go back to Castlevania, at least on this channel. I plan to do a Castlevania marathon on my channel, which will be done very soon, actually. I'm just about got all the games. Yes, I plan to do the games from the original console. I'm not doing any ROM emulations except for 2 games. Excuse me, 3 games, because they're on the DS, and I don't have a way to show that on television and record it from my DS, so that will have to be ROM played. But I plan to do a Castlevania playthrough, and it's going to be done very similarly to how I did Ace Combat 4, i.e. no actual voice commentary, but there's going to be annotations that allow me to tell the history or whatnot, and it allows me to just think about what's being said and done and actually just type it out as opposed to trying to say it on the fly. Believe me, the next couple of videos from me on the Castlevania Symphony of Night will definitely show that it's kind of hard to come up with this information on the spot. I believe in episode 22 I realized, you know what, if I can't think of the stuff off the top of my head, I might as well just go annotations. But yeah, the playthrough is going to be Castlevania from the timeline standpoint, which means it's going to be from the where the game first starts chronologically, which is Castlevania Lament of Innocence, all the way up to Castlevania Harmony of not Harmony of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow. Thank you. And so that'll be interesting, and hopefully that'll be up soon, very soon. I have all the recordings for the first game up. I'm just waiting for a couple of games to arrive. One of them is actually the second part of the series, so that's kind of why it's been delayed. But yeah, so if you want to see me, if you want to see hopefully a good Castlevania playthrough with that same that same East 1 and 2 style, well, same East 1 and 2 style in the fact that there'll be information, won't be me saying it. You can check that out on my main channel when it gets posted. Anyway, that's about all I wanted to say here. Again, I'm not trying to poke at anyone or be mean to anyone. I'm doing this mainly because there were some things I need to get off my chest, really. And I really want to thank this, literally a sudden influx of support for me, which I'll be honest, it caught me completely off guard because, looking at what I've been doing with Castlevania, I got comments here and there and views, but, I honestly didn't think that anyone actually cared that much. Compared to like SL's Naruto videos or whatnot, I look at some of the, my video playthroughs, it's like, views, watch, like, there's no comparison. The only one that I could possibly look at that can go to that level is, surprisingly, the first one I did, which was Jurassic Park 2. There were some videos that I don't know how they got as high as they did. That surprised me. And Ace Combat 4, which I'm glad that one took off as well as it did because I put a lot of work into that one. And I really love that game. I love the series in general. And eventually I will be doing all the Ace Combat games as well. Whether that'll be here on my channel, we'll see in the future. So, yeah, like I said, those who've came out, supported me, I appreciate that. You do not know how much that means to me. And I just wanted to say thanks to those who said that. Well, that's it for me for now. Like I said, I am continuing to post Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The videos are all done. I just gotta record, gotta edit and post them, of course. I'm trying to be honest, I am trying to trickle down on how many videos I post up, mainly because I want to see if someone will step up and post videos. And I haven't got to Shantae yet, but to be honest, Shantae's not going to be that long of a game. I just want to say one thing. If you don't be surprised, though, if at some point I start just uploading a bunch of videos. Just because mainly it will be me just saying, you know what, enough time has passed, it's just my time to go. So if you see that, understand what that means, and, be sad, though, if I do go. I kind of like this place. It was fun. Still is fun. But I wish it was at the level that was supposed to be. The original concept of this was a bunch of people, from different walks of life, different areas that, become friends, by camaraderie of LPs, and being able to post one every day and show a variety of different video games and different genres, and, being able to show all this stuff. And it started to happen in the beginning, but then it soon fell. It became very sporadic, on my end too, and then it's just, it has not lived up to what it was supposed to be. I wish it would in the future if we can somehow come out of this hole. But again, that's going to be up to the other LPers of this group. I can't do it alone. I seriously cannot do this alone. If I do this alone, this might as well be my channel. I might as well just either take all my videos from my old channel, put them up here, and just claim this as my own, or take all my videos that are on this channel and put them on my new channel, just to show people that just watch my channel that I do a lot of videos. That I'm not just, I'm a little bit lazy, but I'm not completely lazy. I've had literally split my time between two channels. Anyway, this is getting a bit long. Wow, very long. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.